What's good, traders? After watching this video, you'll have more of an understanding on how to get rid of fearing pullbacks in the market. Let's dive in. See now, whatever market you're looking at, you'll see that the market always pulls back before continuing in any specific direction. Price has to balance. The market won't just keep on moving up. It doesn't make sense. That causes an imbalance. There needs to be buyers and sellers in the market, so the market will be pulling back at certain points in time, regardless on how consistent it rallies to the upside or to the downside. It will always retrace before continuing. You have to have a mindset operating in the if-then syntax. So if this happens, then I'll do this. If that happens, then I'll do this. If the market gets to this level, then I'll be looking for a bearish signal so I can trade to the downside. If then makes things a lot easier, so definitely try incorporating that into it. So what I'm doing here is I'll be showing the positions that I had entered. I also scaled into this position. Scaling in means entering multiple positions within the one position you've taken. So of course, before market open, I had my levels marked out. I'm not taking any trade before market opens. So we're going to go down to the 5 minute and then the 1 minute, so you can see thoroughly how I was able to manage this position. So of course I took a sell, seen this rejection at my key level, waited for the market to open, entered a nice sell nice and early, stop loss placed just above the high, with my take profit being somewhere in this range. Once the market had opened, we'll go candle by candle. It's moving in my direction, which is great, feels great. But you see, when you start seeing rejections already, you have two rejections here. You've got a rejection leaving a pin bar, and then another rejection. So buyers in the market, remember there's always buyers and sellers in the market. So buyers in the market are looking at this level here, and they're anticipating the market to actually go up from here, right? Because you've got a momentum, you've got a shift of momentum here, moving up. You've got a break of this key level, you've got a brief pause before continuation, right? And if you look carefully, we're making higher lows. So buyers in the market are looking at this level here to take the market to go back up and test this resistance level. But if you go onto the higher time frame, you can see clearly that the market is overall in a beautiful downtrend, right? So ideally, as I said in the previous video, you want to trade in the same direction the market's overall trending in. So as you can see, you've got first rejection and the second rejection. Slowly moving forward, we now have buyers in the market. So I've entered a position up here. I've also scaled in multiple entries. So these lines represent my added positions. The average beginner trader will see that the market is now pulling against them. One of two things will happen here. A beginner trader will either close their positions once they see the first bullish engulfing, leaving them a small profit of about 71 points. Better than nothing, of course, but this isn't how you trade properly anyway. That's the first thing. Otherwise, what tends to happen with beginner traders is they'll move their stop loss to break even. just in case the market comes back up, they don't lose anything. The issue with that is you're not truly accepting your risk. Your stop loss should never move. Your stop loss is there so it protects you from losing any more if the market does go beyond your stop loss. So it's always safe to make sure you place a stop loss and truly accept that you've placed a stop loss where it is, rather than adjusting it. Again, it goes back to the point of having a game plan. Have your game plan and just make sure it makes sense. Now moving on to the 1 minute time frame. As you can see, we've rejected this level here, so we have buyers in the market. Now the position has gone against me. So what I've done at this point in time, the answer is always to the left. You always want to look to the left because that's where your analysis comes from, right? So I can see these lows here. So what I've done is now marked out these lows. For me, these are now levels of support, which potentially can become resistance. I have these peaks and I have these lows. The market has to break this level here and also this shoulder level here, because just in case you cannot see, you've got left shoulder, head, right shoulder before dropping. The market now has to get through two resistance levels. Resistance level number 1 and resistance level number 2. Okay, this is what I'm keeping my eye on. So I'm not worried about the market pulling back, because my game plan is if the market breaks this level and also breaks this level up here, my position is then invalid and I just close my trade with a small loss. So I need the market to close above here, and for me that will invalidate my position. So I'm keeping a close eye on that. Rather than panicking, closing out early and thinking I should have just taken profit at this level here where there's buyers in the market, now I'm missing out on money that I could have just closed. That's the wrong mentality. Trust your setup. Look to the left. Let's move on. So we've had the rejection. The market respected this level, which gave me that little bit of confidence to keep holding. But now the market failed to break these lows. So again, acknowledge the fact that these lows have not been broken. Now this is another thing. Traders will typically see that, okay, this is a W pattern. You've got a low and a higher low. And you've got support and you've got momentum, bullish momentum. Based off of on the left side here, you've got momentum and impulsive move going up. And the current market structure is respecting it. So of course, it's normal for this to entice those in sells to get out early, because this can be seen as a confirmation that the market is ready to move up, because you have your higher lows, you have your higher low, you have your W's, you have all your rejections, but the market does tend to manipulate and trap buyers and trap sellers. So again, this threads back into the point of trusting your analysis. Look into the left side and make things make sense for you. Whether you're right or wrong, you could always go back and see how improvements could have been made. Let's keep moving forward. As you can see, we have another rejection of this same level. For those that have seen this W and support being formed, may have moved their stop loss to break even. What that would have done is potentially stop them out, because as you can see, the market actually came close to my first entry point. For others that have entered here, this is about a couple points away. If you're trading on a broker with high spreads, this would stop you out. Okay, so we keep playing, keeping in mind of the time. Again, my trading hours, I have my hours for trading and the hours that I don't trade after. So I'm watching the time and I'm watching the trade play out, making sure my levels are being held, making sure I'm not having fear that I'm losing the profits that I had already gained. So we have 1, 2 rejections, again giving me that confidence to keep holding. Going back to the 5-minute, we can see after this rejection and this brief hold, once market opened, pulled back to make a low high, has continued to drop to continue in the overall direction of the market. So once it hit 4 o'clock, which was around here, that's when I had actually exited my position. If your rules tells you not to trade after a specific time, just stick to that, because that's how you become profitable. You stay consistent and disciplined with your rules. And that's exactly how you want to manage a pullback. Looking to the left, working with the data you have, marking out your levels. I'll make a separate video regarding cutting losses early. I'll also add a quick video here on the side so you can see this is my live account, and I did take these trades that I've explained here, giving a quick breakdown on how to manage pullbacks. And that's the exact mindset I had when I was taking those positions. Hopefully you've learned something today. Until next time.